Yo, where the f are the other elves at? Christmas is, 6 hours ago, and I got all this to wrap. Santa's nowhere to be seen. All my little buddies apparently are out there ice skating, because I don't know what's going on. All I know is that I'm here to provide you guys with the latest. Oh, I just bent the wrapping paper. Oh no, I need to use this. The latest Apple news. We got so much to talk about today. Great episode as always. If you're excited, well, let's go ahead and jump on in. So what are you waiting for? If you're excited for today's video, drop a like down below. It seriously helps me and the channel out. And click that subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications so that you never miss a beat. After waiting for some time, Santa did finally show up, and you guys can go ahead and see what happened over on the latest episode of the Genius Bar podcast. So check it out, link is down below. We today, though, are talking about some stuff like Apple stores closing, the iPhone SE 3, and the gorgeous new 27-inch iMac. And I'm going to use this as a weapon throughout the video. If anybody tries to come get me, they're getting freaking shanked. I don't care if it's Christmas Day. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about these Apple stores closing, because my life in the past week has been crazy, and I wanted to sort of tie this into what's been happening. Long story short, our favorite thing, the COVID thing that's been happening for like a year and a half, yeah, that thing is not going super great right now, and there's like no tests available, and overall, things are just getting a little scary again. My dad has COVID right now. I had to wait in line for 5 hours to get COVID tested the other day because I was exposed to him before. It's just been this whole thing. So I'm bringing this up for a couple of reasons. Number one, be safe. And the second is that, like, if you plan to go to an Apple store soon, you should probably check before you go. You should check to make sure that it's still open, because while most Apple stores are still open right now, a handful are beginning to close once again, which is the first time we've seen this in quite some time since, I think, the Delta variant. According to Mark Gurman over at Bloomberg, Apple tends to close a store when about 10% of the staff on site are COVID positive. You know, not only to protect the people that also work at the store, but to make sure customers don't get sick. And it's just kind of becoming this big mess again. I believe there's like 5 to 10 closed around the world right now, but it's very possible that that number increases, especially after the holidays with everybody gathering. So I just wanted to do a little PSA that if you plan to go to an Apple store, number one, I'm pretty sure everybody has to wear masks again. We've just been back and forth on the masking policy. It's annoying and frustrating for everybody. I'm just telling you this so you don't waste a trip, because I know every time I'm at the mall, I'll just usually end up at the Apple store. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm me or this is my job. It's probably just both of those. Listen, my contract as an elf never said I only had to bring good news, but I do have some really good news after this. I just wanted to get this story out of the way. Heads up, some Apple stores are closing. Check before you go. What has also been in the works is the new iPhone SE 3, and I know you've heard me talk about this. This phone is a follow-up to Apple's iPhone SE 1 and 2, which came out in 2016 and 2020, respectively. It's the low-cost iPhone made with recycled designs and essentially nothing interesting other than the fact that it is a cheap phone. We got a new report this week from My Drivers, a site that is just about 44% accurate, so please just take this with a grain of salt. We are, though, apparently one step closer to launch. Apple is expected to begin trial production very soon, and in this article, they mention a lot of things that we haven't heard elsewhere. It's the obvious stuff, like it's gonna look like the last one and there's 5G and a new processor. But there are also a couple of tidbits, like the camera, while it will remain 12 megapixels on the back, it will be getting a new sensor, so there should be better quality images that we get from this new SE. Also, the RAM is said to be going from 3 to 4 gigabytes, making this a pretty hefty phone, like processing power-wise, with the latest processor and 4 gigabytes of RAM. But most interesting is about that price. I mean, I said that was the most compelling part of this phone in the first place. It's the cheapest, newest iPhone. Apparently, the price could be getting even sweeter. See, according to my calculations here, look at these calculations happening just so quickly. It's gonna be between $269 and $399. Now, they provide this range and suggest that the price could go down. Currently, it's at $399, and going any lower than that, I could maybe see if we got to $349 or $369. 69. Yeah, I might make the joke a third time. Who knows? It's overused. I'm just trying to do my best here at the elf shop. What I'm saying is that I believe there is no way that Apple releases this phone for actually $269, and my drivers especially has not been spot on for pricing at all. I'm also saying that $399 is a price that I could see go down. I don't think it necessarily will, but I would not be shocked if, to really throw the market for a loop, Apple was like $349 iPhone SE 3. That phone, that would perform very well. It's gonna perform well at $400, but $350? Well, everybody would just lose their minds if this was selling for $350 or any cheaper than that. Now, I mentioned that this is trial production. This is a different step than mass production. Trial production is the step before mass production, so I don't think that this is imminent yet, but we're hearing a spring first half 2022 launch for this phone, and we're also hearing that the next thing is coming in spring as well, so we'll get to that in a second. Basically, expect a spring event. You know what, let's actually talk about this other thing, because that is the iPhone SE 3. Those are the latest updates there. This other thing is a new iMac, not another version of the 24-inch that just got updated in spring of 2021. I'm talking about something that's coming in spring of 22. I'm talking about the new iMac. Yeah, this guy. Right here. This is it. This is the computer that's gonna change everything. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, I don't know, but I want it to, and the newest report from Digitimes, who's just over 60% accurate, has me feeling different about this computer. At first I was like, I don't know, like I already have the Pro Display XDR now, and the MacBook Pro, do I need the iMac? And then I was like, oh, I need the iMac. Couple of things here. Number one, Digitimes says it's gonna have an LCD screen, and I think they're flat out wrong, because Ross Young, who is 100% accurate, says it's gonna be a mini LED, and Ross has literally never been wrong about a display since we've started tracking him on Apple Track. So setting that part of the report about it still being LCD aside, it just doesn't make sense on so many levels, considering Apple's other Pro products have mini LED, and no one else has said LCD but that. I mean, just don't worry about it. Just let's say it's gonna have a mini LED screen. I want to focus on the other parts of this report. Number one, that this new iMac is going to be thinner. All right, they're gonna be shrinking it down. I mean, that's pretty obvious that they're not gonna keep the existing 27-inch iMac design, but thinner, I assume it is going to be very similar to the 24-inch iMac form factor. Next up, like the 24-inch iMac below it, it's gonna come in colors. And they don't tell us what or if it's gonna be as many as the 24-inch, but unironically, there are going to be more than just silver on the iMac for the first time. Oh my gosh, thanks guys, we did it. I just wanna say thanks, all right? Because the silver is fine and you offer silver, but like the colors are fun, and I just think everyone wants that. Everybody wants to get multiple colors for the iMac. Am I gonna be boring and just get space gray if they announce a space gray iMac Pro? I mean, who could say? I don't know if anybody could really make that prediction. I would probably, you know, space gray is a good color. What? Am I turned around? Sorry. No, I'm gonna get pink. No, I'm getting space gray 100%. Anyway, the other part of this report is when it's coming, which is in spring of 2022. That's really soon. That is the next season after winter for those of us playing along at home. If you're watching the game. I mean, Apple held an event in April, so I'm real confident that we are gonna see an event sometime in the spring. And I'm just so ready for more Macs. I mean, if 2021 wasn't the year of a Mac, which it was, what is 2022 gonna be as Apple completes their transition to Apple Silicon? I don't know, guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a happy holiday season, regardless if you celebrate this Christmas Day or you celebrate anything else, or you celebrate nothing. I don't really care. I just want you to be happy, man. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for watching. My little elf ass is gonna go. Hopefully I bleeped that. I'll probably forget because it's at the end of the video. But my little elf butt is gonna go right over to the South Pole because we're done wrapping gifts for this year. And I hope you're doing well. All right, bye-bye. See you guys later. This is my elf. Nope. Stop screenshotting. Nope. Cancel. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.